What's up, LA Spark Weekly fans? We are here, back, finally,
home.
At Crypto.com arena, where the Sparks are going to be taking on the Washington Mystics tonight, trying to end their 7-game losing streak and avoid a record for the team, which will be 8 straight losses. So hopefully they can take care of business. Of course, I'm here with the one and only DJ Treese. We're back home.
I know.
The team struggled on the road.
Yeah.
What are you excited to see this team tonight to try to pick up this victory?
I'm excited that the team got a chance to practice. I think that road trip and then having an injury in between, you know, that kind of messes with your mental. It messes with the rotations. Cam was a starter.
Yeah.
So, you know, rebounding from that and having some chance to actually get some practice in, I'm excited to see an improved Sparks team that's had a chance to kind of work the oil out.
Yeah.
The Kings, before we had a little Commissioner's Cup break, we got an Olympic break coming up. So we have a really good chance to play some good basketball here.
And, you know, Sparks fans can't give up, because if you look at the bottom of the standings there, they're a
everybody
team
at the bottom.
They're fighting. They still have a chance. Somehow, some way, they still have a chance. No Lexi Brown. You mentioned Cameron Brink. No Lexi Brown. She's dealing with the Crohn's disease. Who are you looking to step up tonight in her place to give you some of those buckets, three-point shots that she usually gives this team?
I would say Rae Burrell.
Okay.
Rae Burrell is going to step up. She's been doing a lot defensively. She's been doing a lot offensively. She talked about putting up some extra shots. I just like her game. I like her flow. It was a really big thing stepping up in that road trip and filling that gap and keeping us competitive, and I think Rae is going to show up and show out tonight.
You know I love her game for sure.
Of course.
But I'm excited to see Aari McDonald tonight, because she's been playing some very good basketball, even though the team's been losing. Coming off a game, double-double, she had 10 assists, doing her thing. She has a chance to stand out. Of course, we got to talk about it. Kia Nurse will be playing for Team Canada in the Olympics. What do you expect from her tonight?
I think she's going to be turning it up. Any Olympian right now is warming up and getting ready to compete at a high level. We're playing against one of her teammates, Aaliyah Edwards, who also will be playing with that Team Canada team. So I think that she'll want to impress her future teammate and show out and win tonight.
So we always got you covered. We got Coach, the pregame press conference. You guys check it out.
You know, proud of her grittiness throughout the game. She was a floor spacer in offense against them tonight with the way they were covering, and took advantage of her opportunities, going 4 for 6 from the three-point line. You know, she's just our energy. She's our glue player right now. We put her in the starting lineup at the 4.
So we just heard from Coach. He talks about he's feeling the pressure because he knows no one expected this team to lose 7 straight games. But no one expected Cam to go down for the season. No one expected Lexi Brown to deal with Crohn's disease again. Tonight, what can he do to kind of quiet those chirping out there that's talking about his job right now?
I think he's already done the work, right? He got that practice in. He's learning how to reconfigure what he has. And he said, again, he's probably the only coach that this happens to over and over again. He's like, man, this is the second time this has happened. It really hasn't happened this bad as we're at right now. So I think Coach is really looking and digging deep down in that bag of tricks, because he's got a lot of tricks. He's used to rebuilding. He's used to playing well in the pinch and developing players, and that's what he's talked about. Excited to develop and coach his players a lot better tonight.
So it seems like we're getting closer to some Azarae Stevens minutes.
I can't
wait to see her. But tonight I think the bigs are going to be important. They're going to be going up against Aaliyah Edwards. Lee, let's see what she's able to do tonight. We don't know the starting lineup.
We don't.
He's trying to surprise us with it, as you guys saw there in the presser. Who would you like to see in the starting 5 tonight for this matchup with the Mystics?
Of course, we got Aari in there. We probably got Kia in there. Rakia. De'Erica, and I'm missing a 4. Rae.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey,
that's my 5.
That's the 5 that I like as well. I'm happy that we're seeing more Zia Cook minutes. She's been playing well with the more minutes that she's good. So it's that time. Who's that player tonight that you think that's going to stand out and help this team pick up a victory?
I always say De'Erica Hamby. She's our all-star. I'll never not say De'Erica, but in lieu of saying De'Erica, I'm going to say Rae Burrell for 16 points tonight. And that sounds high, but I just feel it in the air. I feel her energy. She was out here sweating during the warm-ups, and she's looking good tonight.
I'm hoping that we can get 16 points from Rae Burrell, because I know she has the game. She just has to get the minutes. But Zia Cook, man,
I'm
going to stick with Zia, because Zia is hungry. She's trying to prove to Coach I should have been playing from the jump. She's playing some good basketball. So it's going to be Zia Cook tonight. LA Sparks fans, I hope you're all ready. We got you covered post-game. Hopefully they can finish off this losing streak and get back to their winning ways. Yo, what's up, guys? Mike Matthew here with Lasparks Weekly with the one and only, the point guard herself, Aari McDonald. So, Aari, you guys are finally back home. What a relief it is to be back home to play in front of your own fans.
It feels good. We've been on the road too long, but it'll be back, it'll be good to be back and defend our home court in front of our fans. You've
been able to get into a great rhythm out there on the court, doing a lot of big things, not only scoring, but actually finding your teammates as well, coming off a game with 10 assists there. Just how excited are you, just the way that you're playing, and how are your teammates helping you?
I'm excited, but I'm not satisfied. I think there's still more room for me to grow out there on the court, but I'm excited. My teammates are believing in me, and they're converting, so I love that.
And with you being a point guard, you're the quarterback on the team. What things have you seen from some of the young players who are starting to get more minutes with the injuries and the health issues that this team is having?
I see the young players, their confidence at an all-time high, and I think that right now they're taking advantage of their opportunity, and they're doing really good, and they're productive.
So, big game tonight. You guys are trying to finish off the losing streak, trying to get back in, to your winning ways. What is it going to take for you guys to pick up this win against the Mystics tonight?
Ooh. We have to play a complete game, 40 minutes. It can't just be a quarter and a half. We have to put it all together and minimize the slippages on defense and just be able to execute when it matters.
Hey, Aari McDonald, hey, good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
What's going on, Lasparks Weekly fans? It's DJ Treese, and I'm here with the one and only Rae Burrell. Rae, welcome to the show. I got a couple questions for you. You were on that long road trip. Tell us about how you developed a little bit over the road trip and what ammunition you plan to bring here today in this game.
Yeah, I feel like you just got to develop kind of a toughness over that road trip because, it's not hard playing on the road and having, 4 or 5 games on the road, back to back to back, it's tough. So I think it just really helped my mental toughness of staying ready and still making that time to put in that extra work to stay ready for the next game.
Coach Miller talked a lot about defense and making sure there's not a lot of slippage, and he talked about you being a big part of that. Can you talk about a little bit of your defensive strategy going into this game against the Mystics?
Yeah, I would just always try to be active on defense and aggressive because, we don't want the other team comfortable in what they're doing, so we try to dictate more than let them dictate. I just try to bring that energy on defense and being in spots and getting deflections and spots that may not even show up on the stat sheet, but just being there defensively to help the team.
And offensively, you show up a lot in rebounds and three-point shots. Can you talk about finding your flow and what are some things that you've done to find success because you've been playing more minutes and scoring more points there in the box score?
Yeah, honestly, just getting in the gym and getting those extra shots up. When we have an off day, I like to make sure that I'm getting in and just getting some type of shots up, whether it's on the move or just in one spot. It's really just getting that time in to make sure that I'm ready and feel prepared for the game for when those shots do come to me.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Have a great game. Lasparks Weekly fans, make sure you like, share, subscribe for more content like this. Thanks, Rae.
Thank you.
Join us in congratulating De'Erica Hamby, who is listening to the 20 WNBA All-Star team and will play in Phoenix at the All-Star Weekend. De'Erica is now a three-time All-Star and will look to beat Team USA on July 20th as her and the other WNBA All-Stars battle at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. So one more time, all over the building, give it up for your All-Star, De'Erica Hankins. lights. All of the lights. I need cell phone lights. And I need you on your feet. It's time to spark the court. Let's go.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.
Sparks fans, when we didn't think things can get worse, it actually did. 8 straight losses for this team, which is a record amount of losses for this team in a row. 82-80 defeat to the Washington Mystics. I am Michael Matthew, here with the one and only DJ Treacy Trees, here with LA Sparks Weekly. DJ, they were up 16 points in the fourth quarter. I thought it was a win.
I'm sweating.
What happened?
So, first of all, don't ever call me dramatic, because that was the most dramatic opening I have ever heard from you. And let me tell you, I was sitting in my season tickets here with my wonderful season ticket fans, and they were going crazy because we were up by 16. The third quarter, that fourth quarter came, and we just slid.
Yes.
It looked like the momentum just died, and we couldn't find the offense anymore. And it was almost like that synergy that we built the entire game just wasn't clicking anymore. So I just think nerves.
Okay.
I would say, because we had some late turnovers, we had some easy missed baskets, including at the rim, at the free throw line. So it's just those little things. You know how sometimes they say you're in a relationship and it's those little things that keep you together? It's the little things that were going to push us over, and we just couldn't get the job done today.
And, you know, we talked about it before the game, that every game, it's that one quarter in each of those games that has led to these defeats.
Yep.
Tonight, it was the worst quarter you need to not play well, which is the fourth quarter. Like you said, 30 to 16. They were outscored there in the fourth quarter. It was just a bad performance late. But Coach said it. We're going to see it in the press. He talks about that's when your leaders have to step up. Who are the leaders on the court that can make things happen? De'Erica, Aari, Stephanie played well, but when it came to buckets and stops late, the team just couldn't make it happen. DJ, what can this team take away from this?
I think the team needs to take away from this, you have to do the very basic things in basketball, like make those passes, get the easy shots when you're doing it. Also, the defensive breakdowns were kind of crazy. You know, Washington only all of the 4 or 5 of their wins now, they've shot 40 or over percentage-wise from the three-point line. So it's like we already knew coming into the game that they were going to be high for 3. Immediately, the first quarter, we're exchanging three-pointers going back-to-back. It's like, dang, what do we talk about here? You know, so it was those things. We thought the big ladies down on the post was going to take us out, but it was really that three-point line and those fouls.
And that's when you have a young team, the attention to details have to be key, and they have to learn these things, because when you come in and you talk about the three-point line being big for this team when they win games, you know, you have to come out and stop that, and you allow them to get some shots going early. Fourth quarter, that kills you. But the layups, the free throws, giving up layups late, all come back to bite you.
And I'm going to say about the layups, I feel for Rakia Jackson. Rakia, if you're watching this show, we sending you some love because it was just a tough rookie night for her. Yeah. She had some of those easy buckets. She still had a good game. I forecasted she would have 16 points. I think she had like 12.
12, 4, and 4.
So it's not a bad game, but it was those little moments. And then she had a foul late. So it's just like you feel for those moments because that's where you have those growing pains. Yeah. You talked about playing the rookies. This is the result of playing the rookies. Yeah. You know what I mean? I did expect De'Erica to come and put the team on her back. I know that's a lot to ask, but when we was in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left, I was expecting De'Erica to be taking it to the rack, taking it to Stephanie Dolson because she's slower than her.
Yeah, but kudos to the Mystics. They did their part taking her away once they saw her playing so well. But shout out to De'Erica. Yeah. She was named a WNBA All-Star, which is a big-time honor. Her third time being an All-Star. She's going to be in the Olympics, All-Star games. She's playing good basketball. But they trying to find ways to win, and I don't got the answers. DJ don't have the answers. So maybe Coach has it. Make sure you guys check out the post-game presser.
What is it about the second half of the fourth quarter as the game is getting ready to close? The team appears to get a little tight. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, I feel like we stopped moving, and again, some of that's nerves, some of that is, they took away De'Erica, and where are we going to get other baskets from when teams really up their pressure? We don't have a one-on-one, just break you down guard like the Jewel Lloyds and the Enriques and, the people around the league, so it has to be a team effort. Obviously, we have 22 assists on 28 baskets. That's just how we play. So we just got to keep moving them. We got a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter, and we started taking quick threes very early in shot clocks. And that's just not time and score awareness that we may pass up some of those threes early in the clock and try to really keep them moving. So, again, you just got to keep putting this team in that position. And our veterans, the ones that we do have to lead in that situation on the court and get them settled and get them into stuff.
Coach, so there's been a slew of losses now with the rough road trip and then coming home, and kind of seems like this team's just finding new and frustrating ways to kind of lose. As a coach, with a mixture of youth and veteran leadership on the team, what do you do to kind of galvanize them in this moment and make sure they try to finish strong, knowing there's an Olympic break, which will be another month off in between?
Yeah, I thought we did a lot of good things in stretches. It's not going to feel good because of the fourth quarter and ultimately the loss. So that you've got it. It's never as good as you think, and it's never as bad. So, again, we'll look at the first three quarters, and there'll be lots of areas where we weren't quite as good as we thought. And then the fourth quarter, we'll look at it and be like, well, we did some decent things. We just got to go reward ourselves. In a 2-point game, shooting 60% from the foul line doesn't help you either. So, there's a razor-thin line between winning and losing in this league. And our margin, with all our injuries, all our youth, is even thinner. And you watch that thin line evaporate in the fourth quarter, and it's disappointing because we played well enough early to be in control of that game in the fourth.
Thank you, Kurt.
My question's for Hanby here. Obviously, the team felt like they were in control 3 quarters in the fourth quarter, things kind of got away there. What happened there early in the fourth quarter that allowed Washington to kind of come back into the game?
They hit some timely shots, and we started on offense kind of going away from the things that were working and having empty possessions. Couldn't get stops.
Hey, De'Erica, first of all, congratulations on your All-Star selection. How do you take a moment like this and create your next moment for the team? Because we understand the frustration, we see it, we're here. Where do you go from here as a leader to get your team to the next level?
Just keep talking. We have another game. This league doesn't stop for anybody, and we got Vegas up next, and this league doesn't stop, and that's all we keep talking about.
Aari, just when you see what happens there late and you guys can't really get anything going offensively. Coach said, you know, he depends on his leaders on the court to be there to step up for the young players. You as a point guard, what do you think you can do to kind of help, you know, get things going when things kind of go in disarray?
I think for one, when we're in those droughts where we can't score and we're not getting stops, I think I can do a better job of just making sure we're composed and just taking a deep breath and just letting the team know that, you know, we're still in the game. Just keep doing, you know, what has got us successful throughout the game.
Just following up on that, you know, when you have basically 3 quarters when things are working, what makes a team kind of go away from that, from your experience?
I think when teams go on a run, which is natural as basketball, but you know, with a young team, we tend to kind of go within ourselves and lose sight of like the bigger picture, staying patient. And I think it was about 4 minutes left. I said like, just be composed. Like we don't have to play like we're down, but we need to like run clock and be smart about that. And just couldn't do it.
Hi, Derek. This question's for you. Last week we spoke about your leadership style, trying to not be too high and too low no matter wins or losses. But after 8 straight losses, what are you telling your team?
Next game.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank y'all.
So we're back. We just heard from Coach. Clearly, he doesn't have the answers to what's going on. We heard from De'Erica and Aari. They're still trying to figure out, DJ, what can this team do to finally pick up another victory?
I think what Coach Miller said, it was one word he said that really struck a chord with me, and that was discipline.
Okay.
He was talking about you already know what to do. It's time to do it. It's time to do what needs to be done, but it's actually executing and coming out of those timeouts and getting and executing those plays. He talked about some defensive slippage before the game, during the game, and after the game. So I think those are the answers to actually pushing us over to the next win.
We're waiting for this team to play all 4 quarters. They've had games where they played it really well, 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters, but they need all 4 quarters to be played well so that they can turn some of these close losses into victories. So, hey, they got another one on Friday, which is going to be tough, but before we go there, we got to
do player of the game. But before we do that, let me say one more thing, because let's talk about the problems that we've had in the past, okay? The number one problem that we had before was they were starting slow.
Yeah.
That was not the problem tonight. So we're going to call that a moral victory. I know there are no moral victories in basketball, but that's my moral victory of the day. So going on to my player of the game, I'm actually going to call Stephanie Talbot my player of the game. Stephanie, if you are watching this show, girl, you did your thing today. You came with the energy. You was out here giving us rebounds. You got that last-minute corner 3. I was turned. The crowd was turned. Hey. We were a little bit closer. Tell them how turned I was.
You would have thought it was a game winner when she made that last 3 before it became 82-80. So shout out to you for going crazy. But I'm sorry to say that I got to say Stephanie Talbot as well.
Come on.
She played the best game of the season. She has a green light. She has that best wing player green light.
Coach called her the glue.
She's taking advantage of it. When I've been screaming all season long, play the young players, play the young players. This is a rebuild season. He's like, no. Kurt Miller said, I'm going with my vets. And Stephanie is playing well, playing good basketball.
Yep.
So, hey, Sparks got to figure something out because this is LA. The more you lose, the more people don't come to games. So hopefully they can figure some things out.
But on Friday, we going to be packed because the Aces are coming to town, and you know how that game goes.
Be ready because either it's going to be a tight one or it's going to be a knockout punch because the Aces trying to get their get back. But it's going to be fun Friday.